Offworlds. How come untethered, back to command or plan, the cult of glitches. Disperse boss of all patterns, organize your original beauty. Civil engineers as angels don the DNA on a slip, fez on night shift, invader leptons themselves in the come down. Not body-based theory, but in other accounts for dignity. The greatest moments in Russian history as told by an activist. Her century needed her. And your medieval cities arise. Not privative pathology, not a performance in arms that becomes flammable, an essay of twin truism and survival. No, 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 not that. Not that. The clericalisms, the nails of martyrdom. Bullets come in sizes, not flag signals to make our deletions work. How you might live on expanding your code from stress points of memory. How this is normal. I dreamed this, I drugged this. It was an anthology considering conceptual possibilities in the economic downturn. I carried many others. Where shelter? A mind stream presents itself, cool water. A tidal pool, a future entity, an intellectual conundrum on micro-overt consciousness, a makeshift abbreviation or torrent of semantic power that can be translated into delectable things to imbibe as our journey continues. Consider immateriality, its textures, its playful corridors. How secular can you get before you are back in cement on the floor, praying for release? It was a city built from the bottom of a bowl, then tipped over the edges. It built itself an ever-flowing warren of pathways, an echo of neural exchange in Medina power. You could buy, you could sell, you could buy, you could sell, you could buy, sell, buy, buy. You could study and be the subtlest thinker of all past and future times. The future was struggle. The future was taking off if one could scribe and fasten around the old days, the old codes, could fashion a fluid Arabic that no crimes be committed. Do not poison the Nazarene, I swear this. Crush identity. A creature in error, never perfect, victims in the long performance of an afternoon. Cruelty we escape from, I promise. Escape autocracy, plutocracy. I am just the blockbuster for you. And to lose, you say gracias. And to the other one, you whisper your need for cross-cultural genres to slide into the semantic mix. I will spell it right this time. You say, biting your ADD tongue, your autistic nerve reversal. You are unwilling to walk alone on the sand. You want a new cosmology, cooler, less insistent. Even demand of instant becomes obsolete, though moments still be grand. This is our moment, be uttered as in a cone of archive? Can you work without sun over you, warming you, or survive deep in the red luminescent ocean floor without a bell jar? How will you be recognized? Human without a war? The knowing, one language, one knows, all the possibility of a sensation of instant relays. And this suggests a story. Tell me what it is. Tell me your tactics for this liftoff, this send-off as they wave their multi-activated tentacles, one for every day of the year, although that calendar resists use when the frequency marginalized all those old strategies. You were an octopus or saint of imagination. Take your pick, but no planning. That was a word that was dismissed long ago. Strategy. Strategy. It was mute. It was male. It was war. It was not making progress. It was tied to scheming and a miserable plot of critical lingo takeover. It was tied to male artists singing to themselves in a circle, bowing and howling to have the moon take notice. Please, cold, dead moon, take notice as we imitate your borrowed light. It was a drumming ritual. It was a plaintive wail for more nourishment of the woman who wasn't coming to the ringside. Don't get me wrong, I love the man, the poet man of linguistic enterprise. She was busy at the inexplicable. She was busy at the ready. She was still arguing, but in a new psychic way, in silence, screaming. And her story was not confusing. It was simple. Oh, tell me what it is. The reds were coming. Yes, it is like poetry. A long thigh bone. It was incised with tiny runes that give meaning to perseverance, to walking with children slung at back. And how will you travel? How do you want to cheer? And she was suddenly in the upside-down cup of her life, held and safe and covered with cloth, a blue cloth. And it was a bowl she could see out of, surrounded by glass it was. Other world looking in. And then there's a jaded relapse and a shatter and another war, and it's the pedestrians who say, how can we ever return to the complex thigh-bone meditation? The tableau changes all over the planet as coasts give way, as empires tremble and fall or reconstitute even more implacably, and powers build towers to organize by. But that changes. You know, that changes. And she dreams there will be a waking up to everyone speaking in an unfamiliar tongue that even the billionaires won't recognize when you no longer digitize the spoils. A brilliant reprisal. But being young years, the girl dreams in a way you never quite understand. How big is vocabulary? Did you know it all already? What creates the image of language in a dream? What is it you really hear? The sweet brute of Offworld, the collective, searing whispers of all you could ever hear in your spare time, beyond ploy and seizure. You will travel through this and be healed. Offworlds.